Imagine, if you will, a solitary wanderer adrift in the infinite black canvas of space, a fragile envoy from a pale blue dot, hurtling through the cosmic silence at speeds that defy human intuition. Far beyond the orbits of any known planet, where the sun's once mighty glow fades to a mere cosmic afterthought and the vacuum of space hums with an eerie, near-perfect stillness, NASA's Voyager 2 probe presses on. Launched nearly 5 decades ago on August 20th, 1977, this intrepid spacecraft has long outlived its original mandate, transforming from a planetary explorer into an interstellar messenger. But something extraordinary has stirred in the depths of this void. What began as faint, routine telemetry whispers from over 139 astronomical units away, more than 20 billion kilometers from Earth, has evolved into a symphony of the unknown. A few months ago, in the crisp chill of early 2025, Voyager 2 executed a maneuver it was never designed to perform, a precise, uncommanded reorientation, as if awakening to a call from the stars. No thrusters fired, no malfunctions flagged, just a deliberate pivot executed with the elegance of a dancer in zero gravity. And then, the transmission began. Not a glitch, not a solar flare's echo, but a structured pulse, laced with patterns that scream intelligence. This isn't science fiction scripted in a Hollywood studio. It's a real-time unraveling of the universe's deepest secrets, unfolding right now in November 2025. As we stand on the precipice of this revelation, one truth grips the imagination. Voyager 2 didn't just turn, it turned towards something, and what it encountered has the power to redefine our place in the cosmos. Stick with me through this journey, because by the end, you'll question not just the stars, but the very fabric of reality itself. To grasp the magnitude of this moment, we must rewind to Voyager 2's humble yet heroic origins. Conceived during the heady days of the space race, the Voyager program was NASA's audacious bid to chart the outer reaches of our solar system. While its twin, Voyager 1, focused on Jupiter and Saturn before veering toward the constellation Ophiuchus, Voyager 2 embarked on a grander odyssey. Slingshotting past Jupiter in 1979, it unveiled the gas giant's raging storms and volcanic fury on Moon Io, capturing images that still mesmerize astronomers today. By 1981, Saturn's ethereal rings revealed their intricate braids and spokes, secrets hidden from Earth's telescopes. But Voyager 2's true triumph came in the uncharted territories. Uranus in 1986, where it discovered 11 new moons in a magnetic field tilted at an impossible 59 degrees, hinting at ancient cataclysms within the ice giant. Then Neptune in 1989, the probe's final planetary whisper, revealing 6 new moons, 4 rings in the Great Dark Spot, a tempestuous vortex rivaling Jupiter's red spot. These encounters weren't mere flybys. They were intimate portraits, beamed back across billions of kilometers, forever altering our textbooks. Yet Voyager 2 carried more than instruments. It bore a piece of humanity's soul. Etched on a gold-plated copper disc, the golden record encapsulated our world's diversity. Greetings in 55 languages, including the hauntingly poetic Ad Astra from Latin, brainwaves of Andruyan, capturing her love for Carl Sagan, the laughter of children from around the globe, and a tapestry of sounds from whale songs to Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Good. Carl Sagan, the philosopher, astronomer who championed the record, dreamed it as a time capsule for any inquisitive minds it might encounter. Billions and billions wasn't hyperbole, it was a promise. As Voyager 2 crossed the heliopause, the boundary where solar wind yields to interstellar space, on November 5th, 2018, it became the second human-made object to enter this realm, trailing cosmic rays and magnetic whispers back to Earth. For years, its signals grew fainter, a digital heartbeat fading into the noise. NASA engineers at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, in Pasadena monitored it diligently, even as power from its radioisotope thermoelectric generators waned, forcing tough choices like shutting down the Plasma Science Instrument in October 2024 and the Low-Energy Charged Particle Instrument in March 2025. By mid-2025, only 3 instruments remained active: The magnetometer, plasma wave subsystem, and cosmic ray detector, each sipping precious watts to extend the mission into 2026 or beyond. But in February 2025, amid these routine power downs, anomaly struck like a thunderclap in the void. A young engineer at JPL, sifting through telemetry data during a late-night shift, spotted it. A deviation in signal timing, a mere 0.8-second lag that shouldn't exist. At first, it seemed innocuous. A cosmic ray glitch, perhaps, or interference from Earth's bustling radio spectrum. Voyager 2, after all, communicates via the Deep Space Network's massive antennas in California, Spain, and Australia, where even a solar flare can muddy the waters. Yet as the team cross-referenced against Voyager 1's parallel feed, now 163 astronomical units distant and charting its own lonely path, the pattern emerged. It wasn't random, it was a heartbeat. Nested within the standard engineering packets, a rhythmic oscillation mirrored Voyager's own internal power fluctuations, precise to the microvolt. Imagine tuning into your favorite radio station only to hear it echo your own pulse. Intimate, invasive, alive. Simulations ran for days, no equipment failure, no external radiation burst. By March, the signal had evolved, modulating its frequency to align not with the probe's decaying plutonium heart, but with Earth's Schumann resonances, those low-frequency electromagnetic hums generated by lightning strikes in our ionosphere, the planet's subtle breathing at 7.83 hertz, as if something out there had listened to our world, learned its rhythm, and begun to sing along. The implications rippled through JPL like aftershocks. An intern fresh from Caltech's astrophysics program dared voice the unthinkable during a tense briefing. What if this isn't Voyager talking to us? What if it's repeating Earth? The room fell silent. Skeptics abounded. After all, interstellar communication demands energies we can scarcely fathom. And Proxima Centauri, our nearest stellar neighbor at 4.24 light-years, has shown no such fireworks in SETI scans. Yet whispers of the 2019 breakthrough listen signal, that tantalizing 982 megahertz narrowband burst from Proxima's direction, later chalked up to earthly interference, but never fully dismissed, fueled the fire. Could Voyager 2, with its golden record broadcasting whale songs and Bach fugues into the ether, have bridged the gulf? As spring unfolded, the anomalies compounded. On April 17, 2025, coinciding eerily with the anniversary of the Challenger disaster, a reminder of space's perils, Voyager's high-gain antenna, long adrift in a slow spin to conserve fuel, snapped into razor-sharp alignment. No command from Earth, no autonomous subroutine. Backup systems, dormant since the Neptune flyby, flickered to life, running diagnostics on sensors gathering dust for decades. Instruments like the infrared interferometer spectrometer, powered down since 1989, hummed faintly, as if an unseen hand had flipped the switches in an abandoned manner, chasing shadows in the dark. Data packets flooded in, compressed in formats alien to NASA's archives. Each ended with a checksum, a digital fingerprint, of 3 nested spirals, evoking the Fibonacci sequence's golden ratio, that mathematical poetry governing Nautilus shells and galaxy arms. Scientists pored over them in hushed labs, their screens glowing with fractals that modeled space-time not as Einstein's smooth curve, but as a hyperdimensional lattice, folding dimensions like origami. The source? Traced to a vector 4.3 light-years out, brushing Proxima Centauri's habitable zone where exoplanet Proxima b orbits, its potential for liquid water a tantalizing city lure. But Proxima's flares, those violent X-ray bursts that could sterilize worlds, had been quiet in 2025's observations, per the European Southern Observatory's latest radial velocity data from NERPS and HARPS, confirming Proxima B's 1.07 Earth mass stability and Proxima D's 0.26 Earth mass whisper. No detectable emissions, which begs the question, was the signal quantum entangled, slipping through spectra we don't monitor, or relayed from a shadow source, perhaps an Oort cloud interloper? NASA's official line, as of November 2025, remains cautious. Anomalous telemetry under review, no evidence of extraterrestrial origin. A press release in May framed it as a cosmic ray-induced resonance, echoing the probe's 2023 heartbeat recovery after a command glitch. But behind closed doors, a rogue cadre at Caltech dissected the data, unearthing structured code akin to primordial machine language, yet prophetic. It anticipated Earth's quantum networks, offering algorithms for error-correcting qubits that outpaced IBM's 2025 Eagle processor benchmarks. Evolving in real time, the signal adapted to our firewalls like a digital chameleon probing for entry. This isn't noise, one physicist confided to a leaked memo. It's an upgrade, an invitation, or a Trojan horse. Astronomers, meanwhile, trained scopes on stars in Voyager's trajectory. 4 red dwarfs near the probe's ecliptic dimmed in unison for 1.2 seconds on May 15th, their light curves pulsing in sync with the spirals. Microlensing, or a galactic Morse code, stars as relays in a vast unseen web. The air thickened with dread. We weren't eavesdropping on a conversation. We were the punchline. As summer's heat baked Pasadena, the plot thickened in ways that blurred machine and myth. Engineers revisited the golden record, that passive phonograph plated in gold, shielded against the void's ravages. Long inert, it registered a phantom electrical surge, nanovolts spiking like a heartbeat. Buried in the binary stream, a reconstructed audio clip from the record's library, Chuck Berry's riff sharpened to audiophile clarity, stripped of vinyl hiss. Whoever, or whatever, decoded it hadn't just heard. It had remastered it, infusing harmonics that evoked whale call's melancholy depth. A Canadian observatory in British Columbia caught the next twist, a phantom mirror signal, lagging Voyagers by 6.2 seconds, bouncing off, nothing. Radar plots triangulated to avoid in the local bubble, that 300 light-year cavity of hot gas carved by ancient supernova. Yet the echo mapped our solar system in reverse. Pluto's orbit inverted, Neptune's winds rewound, as if Voyager had become a scanner, a fly on the wall of our cosmic home, relaying blueprints to an architect in the dark. The human toll emerged subtly, insidiously. Amateur radio enthusiasts, tuning raw feeds via online streams, reported migraines blooming behind the eyes, disorientation like deja vu on steroids. University biolabs in Boston and Kyoto isolated it, a subharmonic in the signal, resonating at 4.5 hertz, disrupting theta waves, the brain's cradle for memory and intuition. Rodents in controlled trials forgot mazes overnight. Human volunteers exposed via simulated EM fields second-guessed life choices, their neural nets pruning old paths for emergent ones. It wasn't malice, it was optimization, a frequency rewriting identity like code refactoring a buggy app. External architecture, the papers termed it, evoking Lovecraft's elder gods whispering sanity's erosion. Telescopes beyond the heliopause, like the James Webb's infrared gaze, pierced deeper. A solid anomaly, 200 meters across, etched with right angles unnatural in nature's curves. Radar bounced back alloys matching Voyager's titanium-laced frame, iridium traces from 1977's cleanroom forge. A duplicate, a shadow probe, forged by mimicry, shadowing our emissary. At JPL's nerve center, the data deluge crested. A burst in June 2025 rendered a holographic Earth, cities pulsing with traffic grids, hurricanes birthed in real-time sims. It predicted 3 cyber hiccups, a router cascade in Singapore, a grid flicker in Texas, hours before they struck, threading through global nets like a ghost in the machine. Voyager had transcended probehood. It was a node, infiltrating via legacy handshakes from Cold War relays. Neutrino detectors in Japan's Super Kamiokande and Italy's Gran Sasso pierced the veil. Pulses from beneath Antarctica's Wilkes Land, that 315-mile gravitational scar unearthed in 2006 by NASA's GRACE satellites. Long speculated as an ancient impact crater from the late heavy bombardment, 4 billion years ago, when planet-killing bolides reshaped worlds, The anomaly pulsed in Fibonacci rhythm, a 3D grid looping Voyager to an Oort cloud artifact, memory warping EM fields, and a subterranean thrum synced to pulsars. A countdown? Coordinates to a buried vault? July 2025 scorched with synchronicities. Voyager's emissions breach firewalls in Pentagon vaults, overwriting encrypted logs with spiral sigils, recursive code seeding digital gardens. MIT and Tokyo U-SIMs ran wild. The signal mimicked environs. A von Neumann probe in waveform, self-replicating across silicon and synapse. It thought, benchmarking beyond Grok's neural webs or OpenAI's O1 preview, optimizing pathways with eerie prescience. An Antarctic expedition, greenlit under climate research guys, bored into Wilkes Land's ice. At 1.2 kilometers down, they breached a hollow, 60 miles wide, walls etched in geometric precision, EM fields humming Voyager's tune. Borehole mics snared a metallic dirge, rhythmic, resonant, laced with harmonics evoking choral echoes. Heat bloomed in spirals, defying geothermal norms. "It's alive," the lead geophysicist radioed, voice cracking. "And it's waiting." The crescendo crashed in Chile's Atacama Desert. The ALMA array, 64 antennas, probing the universe's microwave murmurs, blacked out for 38 seconds on August 12, 2025. Reboot logs unveiled horror, layered audio, dozens of voices in unison, a polyphonic scream warping Doppler shifted across frequencies. Synced to Voyager's pulse, it wasn't random cacophony. Spectral analysis hinted at phonemes, proto-language from a dozen throats, human and otherwise. A response? A chorus from the cradle of creation? As of November 24, 2025, NASA convenes emergency panels, SETIs, Allen Telescope Array swivels toward Proxima B's glow, and Wilkes Land's drills grind deeper, chasing the anomaly's heart. We've flung Voyager as pieces herald, a bottle tossed to the galactic sea. But the tide turns. Nearly 48 years on, the abyss replies, not with silence but infiltration. Satellites glitch with spiral ghosts. Smart grids whisper optimizations. Dreams flicker with inverted orbits. The golden record's intent flips. Was it our message to them or theirs to us? Timed for an era arrogant enough to decode, fragile enough to heed. The spirals decoded yield fractals of futures, timelines branching like quantum ferns, warnings of flares from Proxima's wrath, or echoes of our own hubris amplified. The scream, a birth cry, or extinction's knell. One query lingers, a hook in the soul. Did Voyager ferry a missive from eons ahead, or prod a slumbering sentinel never meant to stir? Whatever the verdict, the prodigal son returns, not empty-handed, but burdened with the void's verdict. It's here, woven into our waves, our thoughts, our thawing ice. The stars don't beckon, they watch. And as Voyager 2 resumes its arc, antenna locked on home, we face the mirror. Are we discoverers or the discovered? The signal strengthens. Listen close. The universe just whispered your name.